Hey YouTube, it's Andrew from moneymental.co.uk here, the website dedicated to money and mental health, which you can see in front of you. I am coming at you today with a sales update video for week commencing the 11th of March. I'm a bit behind on doing these sales videos, so apologies, I've just been so busy the last few weeks. But I thought I'd do a quick sale. I'm filming this on my inbuilt laptop camera, so the quality will be worse than normal, so apologies for that. But hopefully you'll find this video useful. I've just picked out a few sales from the week, showing some of the stuff that I picked up. I'll tell you roughly what I paid for it if I can remember. I'll tell you the price it sold for and the sort of profit I got, with the intention hopefully it'll give you ideas of things to look out for when you're outsourcing yourself for products to resell on eBay. So we'll get straight into it. First item here, which I don't know why, but seems to be a bit of a glitch on eBay, because those aren't my photos and they aren't the ones that I had with this listing, but it's the same thing, so it's weird. This is a Doctor Who Ood 12-inch figure. I picked up a massive bundle of what was mostly Doctor Who figures for £5 at a Christmas fair. This was one of those figures. I'd actually picked it up because there were a few 12-inch figures in there which I knew I could get money on. I mean, the cost of this was probably about 20p, something like that. Maybe 50p. I can't really remember how many figures there were in there. Probably about 20p is accurate. And it sold for £12.99 including postage. So well worth looking out for these 12-inch Doctor Who figures. I think it's about the third or fourth one of these that I've sold now. They don't always sell on the first cycle, but this one sold on the second cycle, and it was the same with one with the 12-inch figures, the last one of which is gone now. And yeah, they go for good money. £12.99 for this one. As I say, it cost me about 20p. Taking off shipping fees, etc. It's probably about £7 profit in this. So just this one figure paid for the entire bundle and put me into profit on it as well. So yeah, really pleased with that sale. Another item here worth looking out for, if you can see them cheap enough, is these sort of 00 gauged die cast vehicles. This one was used but in mint condition, so I did list the condition as used and then put condition notes to say that the vehicle was in mint condition, but the box had some sort of shelfware, which you probably can see at the corners there. So yeah, it sold. I took an offer on it of £8.50 including £3.50 shipping on top, so that was what, £8.50 plus 59, about £12 that it sold for in all. It cost me, I picked it up as a part of a bundle of these vehicles at a car boot sale. It was the last car boot sale of the season, so the dude was just literally clearing his stock. So this cost me £1.67 as part of that bundle, and the vehicles were all sold for about this mark. Total profit on this was about £6 or £7, which was pretty much nearly the price I paid for the entire bundle, so happy with that. If you include the cost of the item, the 167, then I think I am in profit for that entire. I have covered the cost of the entire bundle with just this one vehicle, so well worth looking out for somebody selling these sort of vehicles. Seeing if you can do a deal on a bundle with them if they've got a few. If they've only got sort of one or two, I wouldn't pay more than £1 or £2 personally. They can be slow sellers as well. They can take this one I had up listed for, it must have been about 3 months, maybe even 4 before it sold. And it's been the same with the other ones. I think I've still got 2 left from that bundle. The rest of them have all sold now. I'm well into profit on the entire bundle, so those last 2 will just be pure profit for me when they sell. But as I say, they have taken a while to go through, so you may be sitting on them for a bit. Next, this DVD box set, the Life Collection. I think this cost me £6.99 in British Heart Foundation. 24 discs, so I had to check through all of it in the store to make sure they were all there, which they were. And I took an offer on this one of £24. Ooh, don't open that. Sorry. Yeah, press the wrong button there. Yeah, so I took an offer of £24 for this. So from £6.99 into £24, there's a good sort of £12 profit on that. So not all of the David Attenborough DVD box sets have value in them. I've come across some that have been new and sealed that have only been worth £4 or £5. But this one does have some value in it, so if you do come across it in the wild and it's only a few pounds, worth picking up, as long as you can make sure it's got all 24 discs in it. And then next, this is a good item to be on the lookout for as well. This sold, it says £27.99, but it actually sold for £41.49 because it went abroad with £13.50 shipping on it. I think it cost about £9 to ship it. I picked this up at a charity shop. I believe it was on my village charity shop haul video that I did a couple of months ago. It cost me £2.99. It was brand new and sealed, which is why there are some stock pictures here of the item. That's the actual item itself there. And I think I've missed off taking a picture of it in its packaging. But yeah, it sold for well, originally I had it listed first cycle for £29.99. Didn't sell its first cycle, so I lowered the price to £27.99, and it sold within a day or two of being relisted at that price. So yeah, from £2.99 and then into £41.49 if you include the shipping. There was a good sort of nearly £25 worth of profit on this item, so really good to look out for. And it's just a sort of extension for your telephone. If it's ringing, it just makes it sound a lot louder, and it'll carry that sound through to wherever you are. But it's all wired and everything, so yeah, I was amazed at the value of these. I'd just seen it at the corner of my eye in the charity shop. Thought I'll have a quick look to see if it's worth anything on eBay, and it was. So yeah. Next, this was a bit of a success and a bit of a fail. I picked this up in the charity shop for £8. It's boxed and everything. Really good condition, good quality CD player. Listed it high at £39.99. It's probably worth about £30 to be fair, so I probably went too high with the listing. Eventually had an offer of £25, and I had it listed for a couple of months, so I thought I'll just take it. £25. It was part of the charity shop challenge as well for those who are following that. I've not done an update on that challenge for a while, so that is on my list of things to do once things in work calm down. But yeah, sort of £25, so it was about £10 sort of profit or so in it. £10.50 I think it worked out as profit in it, which is cool. I'm happy with that kind of return. But then I sent it to the wrong address. I'd somehow switched labels with this, with some Teletubbies that I'll show you in a minute. So this got sent to the wrong place. So I ended up having to send a label to the to the person who'd received this, and getting them to send it to the right buyer. It's all been sorted out now, but it has cost me an extra few pounds. I think actually £10 is the figure after everything, all the messing about's been done, that I've made in the end. But yeah, well worth looking out though for these kind of items. As long as you can make sure you ship them to the right place, you should make good profit on it. £8 is probably more than I would like to have paid. I'd probably like to have paid about a fiver, but I knew it would sell, and I knew I'd make profit on it, so I was happy to pick it up. Next is another item that I picked up as part of the charity shop challenge. This is actually the second round of sourcing I did. Picked this up for a fiver. It's a speed camera detector alert system, which was boxed with its manual, all its accessories. It even had the original purchase receipt in it. I think it cost £45 from Aldi, and funnily enough I sold it for £45. Took an offer on it. Shipped it my Hermes for £3. Didn't bother with anything more than £25 protection because well, £2.79 via shuttle using my Hermes. Didn't bother paying any more for protection because even if it went missing or whatever in the post, I would still make money on the original purchase price. So yeah, £5 into 45. I tested it before I shipped it out, so I could confidently say it was fully tested and working. And I had positive feedback from the buyer who bought it to say that it was working perfectly and everything for them as well. So yeah, really happy with that sale. £5 into 45, taking off fees and everything, it's still nearly £35, maybe £34 profit on that. Definitely worth looking out for these speed camera detector systems when you see them out in the wild. They're getting hard to find, but they do sell for really good money. It's even something that's worth paying up on, as long as it is working for you. Next, these are the Teletubbies I was talking about, this bundle of Dipsy, Lala and Poe figures. Picked them up with Morrison's. It's just sort of, they have a sort of clearance section when they're just literally getting rid of the dregs of their stock. Total cost of these was less than £3, I think, for all three. Sold them for an offer of £12. So I basically doubled my money on these after shipping and fees, maybe a little bit more. But then because I sent them to the wrong place, I actually just ended up breaking even on these because I had to send the shipping label to the buyer, etc. So there wasn't really any sort of profit in these, maybe 50p a pound in the end. Otherwise it would have been okay. But yeah, just included them because I wanted to show the other item that I'd sent to the wrong place. Next, copy of Star Wars Battlefront 2 on PSP, sold for £7.99. Paid £1 for it at a car boot sale. It was in good condition, it was manual and everything. Just a quick sale really. Just wanted to show these sort of PSP things. Can be worth picking up, as long as they go large letters, so they don't cost a lot to ship. I made about £3-4 profit on this, so it's not a great return, but it's a standard sort of bread and butter item that I like to sell. So yeah, then we've got these are another good item to pick up. This is a brand new and sealed German CD intensive language course. I've got another one which I think I might have sold now, that I picked up at the same time. But yeah, this cost me £1 and it sold for £13.99 including shipping, which was the top end of the market. I think the average selling price on these is about £12. I pushed the market slightly with it and I got £13.99. It's quite a large thing, so I had to go through my Hermes at £2.79. So total profit on this was about £7 or £8. But yeah, I was happy with that. It was, good return for something that only cost £1. And then next, this is something I picked up for myself. I picked up 3 of these because they were, I think they were £2.50 each in Home Bargains, or £2.50 or £2.99 each. So yeah, I picked up 3 of them, which is all they had, clear the shelves basically. I've kept one for myself. I've listed the other 2. I think I've still got one for sale. Sold this one for an offer of £10. Just literally because that £10, the profit on that, I think after shipping was about £2.50, I think. So that just literally just goes towards the cost of the set I bought for myself. Literally the only intention I had with the other 2 that I picked up was, as long as I make sort of enough money to cover the cost of the one I bought for myself and maybe a little bit of profit, I'm happy. So not really anything to shout about, but it just goes to show if you're picking up stationery for yourself and you're getting it cheap enough, it can be worth buying a few of the items of the stationery and reselling it just to cover the cost of the original outlay. That's what I did with this, and yeah, it worked. Next, these Adidas Tour Dry golf shoes. Again, these are part of the charity shop challenge. They're the final item I've got to show you. Paid £7.50 for these. They were brand new with tags. I was dead excited because I thought these would be worth £55-60 easily. But unfortunately, what I'd failed to spot, I'll try and show you the picture if I can find it. I usually put it towards the end, don't I? Yeah. You can just sort of see here, just in that corner, that there is some damage to the shoes, unfortunately. It's more obvious here. So one of the shoes had some damage on it. So it meant, and there's some damage here as well. So I've all photographed it all, etc. So even though it is brand new with tags, they weren't worth nearly as much as they would have been undamaged. So I listed them high at £40 anyway, because I thought, the £55-60 item undamaged, I'll knock a bit off for the damage. They didn't sell. I had offers in, but they were stupidly low. They were like £15-17. Not prepared to accept an offer that low on them. I knew I could get more. Put them on a 15% off sale along with a few other items just to generate some sales in March. And within a couple of days of them being on the 15% off sale, I had an offer of £24 for them. So I was happy to accept that offer. It gave me about a £10 profit on it, which was great. I'm aiming to move towards sort of £10 profit on everything I sell, but I do have lots of things that lots of lower value items that I need to get listed and get rid of first before I can start gradually building my business up towards these more profitable things. I'm still learning at the minute, still working through it all, but I'm still making a profit on everything I sell, and I'm making, you know, a decent profit every month overall, so it's working out for me. But yeah, having these sort of higher value sales is really good for me as well, so that's what I'm moving the business towards too. It's just not there yet, but yeah, that was still a good sale, £7.50 into 24. I'm happy with that kind of return. It's just a shame I hadn't spotted the damage in store, but having said that, even if I had, I'd have still bought them anyway, because I knew I would still get a sale and get a reasonable amount of profit on it. So if you can see these Adidas golf shoes going, and they're going cheap enough, whether they're sort of new or not, they're definitely worth picking up. They do sell, and they do go for good money. I should also point out that, you know, we would probably just getting into the golf season even now, so, you know, I could have probably held on for them for another month or so and got more money, but I was happy to take the money. So yeah, anyway, that's just a selection of sales from that that week commencing 11th of March that I wanted to share with you. Just some stuff to look out for, as I say, all stuff that's got a bit of a story behind it. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you have, please give a thumbs up. Please feel free to comment below with any feedback you've got, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button and click the bell next to it to get alerts when I post up new content, which is regular, and I do regular live chats as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll speak to you all soon, and we'll have the usual bit where I can't remember where the bit to shut off the recording is. Stop.